What what autistic traits are there about me? What is authenticity? What does it mean to be an authentic person? I've been sitting down thinking about this question for so fucking long. What does it mean to be authentic? What does it mean to present me to you? To give you this comfortable experience, this experience that I'm actually talking to you. What does it mean to do that? And how do I do that without me enacting someone else's, say, speech or mannerisms to what I'm trying to do? How do you do that? I know some people are going to say, oh, you speak to your friends. So speak to the camera like you're speaking to your friends. But are you really being authentic when you're speaking to your friends? I mean, that's a real question you have to ask yourself. Like, when I'm speaking to people, when I'm speaking to my parents, when I'm speaking to my friends or my teachers, am I really being authentic? Do I really mean the stuff that I'm saying? Like, when I'm speaking to my parents half the time, no, I'm not really meaning the things I'm saying. When I'm talking to my friends, do I really believe this stuff that I'm saying, or am I just saying it because I want to be part of this friend group? But that's like a completely different topic in itself. I mean, just for you, it's like, even do you think that you're saying the right things? You think that you're saying the things that you believe, but do you really believe those things? Then you get into like real philosophical subjects. Where it's like, oh, are you really you? Or like the river, you tap your foot in the river, but when you come back, the river's different and you're different as well. But it's just a bunch of. I've read a lot. I've experienced a fair amount. There's a lot more for me to experience, especially for the age that I am at the moment. For only being 18, I've experienced a lot, and I've learnt a fair amount of things. And I know fuck all. I barely know anything about what there is to happen in the world, what has happened, what is to happen to me, what do I know, what am I supposed to do, who am I supposed to be. I know nothing. I'm as clueless as any other teenager that is out there. And you'd think with like the entire self-improvement movement that we would have some idea where we're going, but we don't. Realistically, this has just given us a little bit of motivation to do something that is productive instead of sitting around playing video games and jacking off. But we already knew those were the bad things, so we've kind of just directed to the norm. Like, the norm became really negative things, and self-improvement has initially just brought us back to the norm. This is what we were supposed to be doing in the first place. We just got really derived down a really negative path due to, say, childhood issues or societal issues. So we're back at the norm. Now what? Now that we're at this norm, because of self-improvement, we're back to what we were supposed to be doing in the first place. What do we do now? Like, okay, don't play video games, don't jack off, and work hard at the things that are in front of you. That's great. That's great to know in retrospect. That's great to know in surface level. But what do you do after that? What do I do after I've done all these self-improvement habits? Okay, I've hit my fucking meditation score. Okay, I've hit journaling like 10 days in a row. What do I do now? This video isn't supposed to be a waste of time to you, but just because it's on YouTube and this is a YouTube channel, and yes, I'm trying to grow my audience, and yes, I'm trying to get more subscribers, I'm going to be so straight with you. I want you to click on the subscribe. Oh, fuck's sake, I don't even speak now. I want you to click on the subscribe and the post notifications, because I've been saying that so you can see more videos like this, but it's so that you can see more of my videos, and then you can click on my videos, and I can get more views, and I can get more comments, and I can get more people seeing my videos. Is it because I want you to improve? Is it because I want to help you? There's a sense of that, yes, I want to help you, yes, I want to give you advice. But then there's also a sense for me, there's a selfish reason, because I just want to see my subs go up. I want to see those fucking dopamine analytics, and I guess that's a bit degenerate, but I want to help you to an extent. So click on the subscribe and post notifications. You can see more of my videos. And it is a win-win for both of us. Because I get that dopamine spike and you get more advice. To an extent. So click on the subscribe, post notifications. Or, I can't lie, man. I haven't pulled this out in a while. I will come and whip you. I will whip you. What do you do after school is over? When you stop working hard at the thing that was presented to you, what do? You go get a job and you work at that job. You then apply a bit of discipline to that job, make a fair amount of money, then live the rest of your life, get married, get a mortgage, whatever. Yeah, you could do that, but I feel like it would be such a better place if people just did what they wanted to do. I don't mean in the sense where it's like you're acting off your emotions and then you're just doing some stupid bullshit and you're just getting drunk again. No, if we've derived back to the norm of bad habits to good habits, and from this point on everyone starts doing self-improvement, which is unlikely, really unlikely to happen. I don't know why I said the same word twice. I try so hard to seem like this person who's so good at speaking, so good at talking, trying to be really charismatic on the camera. But what's the point of trying to present this character? It's just me talking to you. It was in a simple conversation. We're just trying to have a communication as it is, human to human, but it's just like a video call. Instead, you can't reply to me, so I just dominate the entire conversation. You're just sitting there listening, nodding your head, taking a bit of motivation from this video, like, oh yeah, maybe I need to do the things that are right. But instead of actually thinking about what there is to do, what are the things that I need to do? Okay, what is my definition of success? What do I think that I need to succeed? And people will say, okay, write this stuff down, write down. If you keep writing down, you come to an answer. But that's just not true, is it? It's like, it's so cute to say, oh, if I do my journaling, if I meditate long enough, I'll come to the realization. But it's such a cute thing to say, but that's not true, is it? I will sit down for an hour and try write everything, but nothing will come down that feels authentic. I will write down what I think would be the right thing to write down, but then when I try to think that, oh, this is what I think would be the good thing to write down, let me write down what I actually think, but that's what I think that I think is the good thing to write down. So it's just a bunch of nonsensical things just mixed into one. You never know where true authenticity lies. And I've thought about this for so long. It's like, if I try something new, I'm being inauthentic to who I was before I tried something new. But then if I like the thing that I tried that was new, then that becomes the authentic me. So if I don't do the thing that I like now, that's me being inauthentic. So the old me, before he tried the new thing, is the inauthentic version of the new authentic version of me. But he used to be authentic before he tried the new thing. That's the kind of shit that's going through my head right now. And it's like, when it comes to YouTube, for example, I'm like constantly asking myself questions like, what the fuck makes me different from everyone else? It's a bunch of small firms competing in the same market. So what makes everyone different? It's an oligopoly. We're all selling different, slightly differentiated products, but it's basically the same thing. And then you have the monopoly market of the entire industry of self-improvement, where you have like Hamza, First Man, all the big other people who are dominating the market, who are just kind of looking over these small market firms like me, and then everyone else who are these small YouTube channels, thinking, we did the shit that we need to do. But now we're going to say, like, make self-improvement YouTube channels so that you guys can have a little competition between each other and get a bit involved, and then think that we're helping you, and then we make a course about it, and then you have to pay us money for the course so that you think that you can get better and then get as good as us. But that's not going to happen, because we got lucky and we made a course and then we got money from it. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm really thinking about. And I know it seems like a bunch of waffle, it seems like a bunch of yapping, but that's the true authentic autistic side of my thinking, of where all this comes from. When I think back to my younger self, obviously I wasn't thinking of these things. I was thinking about, how do I get this girl to like me? How do I stop being ignored? Most of my life back then, maybe a couple years ago, was all around like a woman. Just like, how do I get this girl to like me? How do I get more girls? How do I become more attractive? How do I do this? And that's great. Being in a relationship is great. Getting girls, great. But it's like, you can't base your entire life around that. There's got to be a point where you're like, okay, I now need to settle down and actually sort myself out. Because I've spent so much of my life trying to attract girls and trying to get this good physique and make that my entire personality, then I've gained nothing of value or substance as a person. The only thing that has substance to me, I can help you get this girl, or I can, help you get your meditation streak, or help you stop touching your dick. But that's first of all, that's things that you should be doing yourself. And second of all, where's the substance in that? Where's the achievements? Where's the experience? I mean, I can be weirdly autistic about a bunch of things. Like, right now, I'm trying to, be as real as I can when I'm speaking to you right now. I'm imagining, I can't even imagine you as my friend. I'm just imagining if I were to just speak, if I were just to be me, just say whatever it was that was on my mind with a certain point, with a certain piece of advice to have at the end of this video to kind of cut it off as a bow, how would I speak to you? And then this is exactly how I would speak to you. I would speak to you just with this sort of excitement, sort of enthusiasm, but with a little bit of skepticism, because it's like, I don't know the answers. I can vaguely tell you the things that I've learned, the things I've experienced, and this is the outcome that I got, but I can't say, this is all the answers that I have, listen to everything I say and you'll get the same outcomes as me, because you have a different life to me. You have a different problem to me. So I can give you vague advice, general advice, and then you can go to someone else for vague and general advice, and then kind of mix it together and make your own vague and general advice, and see what works for you. But that's essentially how we've evolved to do our things, because that was so much waffle. Fuck. I don't even know the point I'm getting at. It's like, the point that I'm getting at is that I'm really trying to be authentic to you. And the only way I can be authentic to you is just by speaking. And I usually speak to think. And I don't know how much of that is a good habit. Like, I would like to pause and then think about what I'm going to say and then say it. Listen, you're watching this and you're a young man. You're like me, right? Like, you'll sometimes fuck up your nofap streak, or sometimes you'll fuck up and play video games again. And sometimes you'll fuck up talking to a girl. Sometimes you'll be rude to your parents, sometimes you'll be rude to your friends. It happens, you're like me. So you're on your self-improvement thing, you've made a bit of progress. But what does it mean to be you? Is this self-improvement stuff really you? You go around telling people, oh guys, I meditate, I gratitude journal, I'm going to the gym now. Is that really your personality? Is that you? And you've heard all these stories about, oh, you need to be you need to be authentic to yourself, but what does that mean? How can you be authentic to yourself if you haven't tried enough things to know what is you to be authentic to? And then it comes down, I guess, to that, I think authenticity just doesn't exist. You can't really be authentic if you haven't tried enough things to know what you like without being inauthentic. There's a lot, right? There's a lot to think about and a lot to do. And I guess authenticity, being you, is one goal that we will be chasing for life. It's a lifelong goal. But the only way you can be authentic is just saying what you think and doing the weird autistic things that you want to do, that you would do in private, but do it with the people around you. Do it to the world. Present yourself to the world. And you do that through your own weird, autistic shit that you wouldn't think would be normal to put out on camera. But that's you. Show that to your friends, show that to your parents, show that to whoever. That autism, that weirdness, that uniqueness, that's you. And that's something that needs to be presented. That's how you bring authenticity. That's how you get a streamlined clarity of thought. I guess that's it, man. Thank you for listening to me. Go get that shit. Love you.